The storm around you, the storm within there is a kind of noise that never stops. The world is loud with headlines, deadlines, and endless demands. Everywhere you turn, there is pressure to respond, to achieve, to fix, to stay ahead. And beneath it all is something quieter, but far more unsettling. A low hum of anxiety, a constant question whispering in your soul. Am I okay? Is everything falling apart? This is the chaos of modern life, not just around us but within us. It is the fear of losing control, the fear of being left behind, the fear that we are not enough and never will be. We look for peace, but we rarely find it. We scroll for relief, but we end up more anxious. We seek control, but discover how little we actually command. And so we try to build defenses, emotional armor, mental strategies, routines of control. We avoid discomfort. We numb the pain. We seek more information, more affirmation, more reassurance, but still something inside us trembles. What if the answer is not outside you? What if it's not found in changing your environment, fixing your problems, or managing every detail of life? What if real peace comes not from rearranging the chaos, but from learning how to stand within it, calm? This is the way of the Stoic heart. The Stoics of ancient times, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, lived in their own storms, political violence, personal loss, illness, betrayal. But they cultivated a different kind of strength, not the strength of control, but the strength of inner stillness. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius to the Stoics. Peace was not about escaping suffering. It was about transforming your relationship to it. They taught that you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you meet it. And in this lies the hidden power of the Stoic heart, the ability to remain centered, clear, and courageous, even when the world around you falls apart. But this is not cold detachment. It's not emotional suppression. The Stoic heart is not numb. It feels deeply, but chooses how to respond. It honors what matters, lets go of what doesn't, and lives with intention rather than impulse. And this wisdom is not ancient history. It speaks directly to the chaos of modern life, to the overwhelmed parent, the burned-out professional, the anxious student, the soul who longs for peace in a world that never slows down. In the next part, we'll explore the core principles of Stoic peace and how they can help you navigate even the most chaotic days with clarity, purpose, and resilience. The inner citadel, Stoic foundations for unshakable peace. The Stoics believed that within every human being, there is a place that no storm can touch. They called it the inner citadel, a fortress of reason, virtue, and inner clarity, not built of stone, but of character. In this place, external chaos may rage, but the soul remains steady. The world may shake, but the heart stays anchored. This is not just poetry, it was the lived experience of people who knew suffering deeply. Take Epictetus. He was born a slave, crippled, beaten, owned. But his philosophy did not arise from privilege or detachment. It rose from a simple, radical belief. We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them. What happens outside of us is never fully under our control, but what happens inside, how we interpret, respond, and choose belongs to us. This is the first pillar of Stoic peace. Control what you can, release what you can't. Modern psychology echoes this wisdom. Cognitive behavioral therapy, one of the most effective treatments for anxiety and depression, is rooted in this very Stoic insight. Change your thoughts, and you change your experience. But the Stoics went even deeper. They weren't just concerned with relief, they were aiming for excellence of soul. And so the second pillar is this: live according to virtue. To the Stoics, peace comes not from comfort or success, but from living in harmony with your values, honesty, courage, self-control, justice. They are the compass that guides the Stoic heart through life's wilderness. When you know what kind of person you want to be, you can walk through any storm without losing yourself. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic, does not chase reputational pleasure. They chase integrity. And from this pursuit of virtue, a third foundation emerges: acceptance of fate. The Stoics called it amor fati, love of fate. Not passive resignation, not apathy, but the fierce, trusting embrace of life as it is. Even the pain, even the loss, even the chaos. Because in every moment, especially the hard ones, there is a choice: to resist and be torn apart by what you cannot change, or to accept and move through it with grace. This is not easy. It is a daily practice, but it builds something indestructible inside you. It builds the kind of peace that does not depend on outcome. It builds the kind of strength that does not collapse when plans fail. It builds a heart that can remain open even in pain. C.S. Lewis once said, "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny." The Stoics would agree, but they would add, "And your response to hardship determines who you become." In the next part, we'll explore how to apply this Stoic clarity in your daily life, how to face anxiety, conflict, and uncertainty with a heart that remains steady and free. Practicing peace. Stoic habits for a chaotic life. Knowing the principles of Stoicism is one thing, Living them day by day is another. The Stoic heart is cultivated through practice. Small, intentional habits that shape how you respond to the world's chaos. First, morning reflection. Begin each day by grounding yourself. Marcus Aurelius opened his meditations by reminding himself of the challenges he'd face, the impatience of others, the unfairness of life, the temptations of distraction. But he also reminded himself of his power to choose peace. Ask yourself, what virtues will I practice today? Where might I face difficulty? And how will I respond? This simple ritual prepares you to meet chaos with clarity. Second, focus on what you can control. When anxiety rises, when the news overwhelms or relationships strain, pause and ask, what part of this is truly within my power? What thoughts or actions can I choose right now? By narrowing your focus, you conserve energy and calm your mind. Third, practice negative visualization. The Stoics intentionally imagined loss, failure, or hardship not to scare themselves, but to reduce fear's power. By contemplating worst-case scenarios, they prepared their hearts to endure them with grace. Try this. Imagine something you fear: losing your job, your health, a relationship. Feel the discomfort. Then remind yourself, I can bear this, and if it happens, I will face it with strength. Fourth, cultivate gratitude and presence. Peace is not only about enduring hardship, it's also about savoring what is good, however small. Practice noticing the simple gifts: a warm cup of tea, a kind word, a breath of fresh air. This balances the heart, reminding it that life is not only chaos but also beauty. Fifth, respond, don't react. The Stoic heart trains itself to pause before answering anger with anger, fear with panic. This pause creates space to choose calm, thoughtful action. When provoked, ask, what is this really about? What would a wise person do here? Lastly, evening review. Before sleep, reflect on your day. What moments of peace did you find? Where did you lose it? What can you learn? Marcus Aurelius wrote, at the end of the day, reflect on what you did well and what you can improve. This humble practice builds wisdom and resilience over time. Remember, the Stoic heart is not perfect. It grows through struggle and persistence. Peace is a practice, not a destination. In the next block, we'll dive into how the Stoic heart embraces community and compassion, showing that true peace is not isolation but connection. Living the Stoic heart, resilience, purpose, and joy amid chaos. To live with a Stoic heart is to embrace life fully, not as a passive observer, but as a courageous participant. It means waking each day with intention, ready to meet whatever comes with clarity and grace. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about transforming hardship into growth. As Seneca wrote, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to practice patience, courage, and wisdom. Purpose arises when your actions align with your values. It is the deep satisfaction of living authentically, even when the world around you is uncertain. Joy, in the Stoic sense, is not fleeting pleasure. It is a profound contentment born from inner peace and virtue. It is the calm that follows the storm, the quiet confidence that you have lived well. In a chaotic world, this kind of joy is revolutionary. It defies the noise, the pressure, the endless demands. It anchors you to what truly matters, and it invites others to do the same. Because the Stoic heart is not a fortress built to keep others out, but a light that guides, inspires. And Canuck C.S. Lewis reminds us, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. No matter your past struggles or present fears, you can cultivate a Stoic heart, a heart that faces chaos with courage, that embraces life with wisdom, and that finds peace in every moment. This journey is ongoing. It requires patience, practice, and compassion for yourself, but the reward is immense, a life of meaning, resilience, and deep, unshakable peace. If this reflection resonates with you, subscribe to the Sower of Meaning for weekly explorations of philosophy, psychology, and spiritual growth. Share in the comments what Stoic practice helps you find peace in chaos. Remember, peace is not found by escaping life, but by meeting it with a steady, courageous heart.